Okay, next on our shopping list, in my opinion, should be a compressor. And you're going to say, a compressor, I don't need one of those. Well, I'm going to tell you and show you why you do need one of those. They're a fantastic pedal. They work beautifully in conjunction with our first pedal, which is the tube screamer. And I have, again, at my feet, a small array of my compressors. On the market, for me personally, there are two main compressors. There's an MXR Dynacomp and there's the Boss CS range. They're both great. I have exactly that here. This is a vintage MXR Dynacomp. It sounds fantastic, again, in any situation. The new one is just as good, if not a bit better, because it's got an LED light that tells you when it's on and off. But great pedal. For the Boss range, we start with this from about 1974-75. They called it the Roland Sustainer. It weighs as much as a small car. It's steam driven. It takes 18 batteries to use, but it sounds pretty cool. Eventually, they kind of got it right, and they turned it into the first Boss compressor as we know it, the CS1. This is the first version of it from around about 1979-78 with the optional wrong knobs. A bit too much compression. There was no subtlety with this pedal. You couldn't adjust it. It just sort of went at the front of every note. As I said, we don't really like that. But the one that everybody wants to go for, if you can find one from around about mid-80s onwards, was this Compressor Sustainer CS2. The Boss CS2 is a fantastic pedal. I've used this incessantly. I love this one more than anything. I'd be lost without this pedal. I have a few compressors, this or the Dynacomp. They both do exactly the same thing, really. This got refined to the CS3. They kind of put an extra tone knob on it so you can get a bit more high end on it, but to me that just created a little bit more hiss. But I use this a lot. This is in my one of my pedal boards. It's pretty cool. It does exactly the same thing. I'm going to explain to you what a compressor does and demonstrate right now. Well, we've got the two pedals linked together. I've got the compressor running into the tube screamer. Now let me just run through quickly what a compressor does. This is the guitar sound. It's a nice sound, but it's a clean amp. I can get extra sustain and extra dynamics from the guitar with the compressor pedal. So if I switch it on, already you can hear that sustain coming. It's become alive. I can play it without the compressor, it sounds fine. But listen to it with. So I hope you're kind of getting at home what that's actually doing to the guitar. It's kind of... with a completely... The amp I've got it's very clean, it's very low volume, but I'm getting a lot of kind of sustain with it. I mean, that note is going. You can hear what it's doing. So, just with two pedals, I'm getting a kind of almost quite a versatile setup here, because I've got a kind of a good chunky rhythm sound with the tube screamer. I've got a kind of a clean funk sound. With the compressor. So this is where we start doing a bit of magic. If I run the compressor into the tube screamer, it tricks the tube screamer into thinking it's a distortion pedal rather than an overdrive pedal. So this is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to turn the tube screamer on. So here's the tube screamer. But now if I put the compressor into the tube screamer, You're getting double bubble. I hope you're kind of following me on this. It's simple, but it works great. You're going to, with two pedals, you've got a versatile little system here. So you can go out and actually gig with this. If your amp is loud enough for the drummer, if you can play over the drummer, it's no good having a tiny little amp that kind of gets lost with the drummer. If you need a bit of power there to make this work. But you've got three sounds. You've got a great clean sound. You've got a nice chunky rhythm sound. And then you've got a good lead guitar sound. So it's working just with two pedals. So what would we move on to next, just to enhance this?